A very good morning to you. This is the Morning Bugle on NCBN. This is the show where we take you through the latest happenings in the country and in the world as a whole. My name is Dorothy Beninga, and of course, I'm not alone in the studio. I am here with my co-presenter, Gabriel. Good morning, Gabriel.
Good morning, Dorothy.
I hope you enjoyed your weekend.
Enjoy the weekend depends on the definition of enjoyment in this context.
Well, at least you rested. There was no pressure of having to
there was a bit of pressure. I didn't rest as much as I wanted. You know, you have a very busy week schedule, right?
Yeah.
And then you have so much piled up for the weekend. So when Saturday comes, it's more like, okay, TGI for others. But for you, you have...
You're trying to fill in the
you have the catalog of things you need to do. So for me, I just did some personal stuff, tried to rest, but not the kind of rest I needed.
You needed.
Really. But, largely it was okay. And that is why I'll keep questioning you guys when you say TGIF. I'm asking myself, where is the TGIF for me? So I only shout the chorus for you, TGIF, but at the end of the day, I know it's going to be more of work for me.
For you.
For personal stuff.
Well, as for me, I enjoyed my weekend. At least I was able to rest, and it's obvious.
Yeah, you're looking relaxed and everything. And in all honesty, I'm not envious of you.
Okay.
I'm not.
Let's not go into that.
I'm not envious of you.
So yes, as we know, this is the Morning Bugle. We'll take you through the latest happenings in the country. But before we go into our first story, we'll go on a short break. Do stay tuned.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to the Morning Bugle on NCBN, and it's time for us to take a look at our first conversation this morning on the show, talking about something that concerns all Nigerians and every Nigerian. I mean, our national life. When it comes to petrol, the oil sector, it is something that we can't just wave away with a wave of hand.
True.
Because it affects every part of our national life. The first story talks about, the National Association of Road Transport Owners planning to embark on an industrial action. Well, this time, is it a dispute between them and the government? The answer is no. It is an industry issue that needs to be resolved, and that also has to do with the cost of running their business. But hey, let's take a look at what the story says. It says Narto directs petroleum transporters to commence strike over high costs of operations. I have to emphasize the high cost of operations. Yeah. The story says the Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners, Narto, has directed its members not to load their tankers with petroleum from Monday, February 19, 2024. The association said the high cost of operation necessitated the strike action. In a recent letter addressed to the Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, Narto said it can no longer continue with operation because of the excruciating challenges they are facing in the country or in the industry. The association said several efforts to increase the freight rates for the operation from concerned authorities failed to yield positive results. Not a very positive news this Monday morning.
No, it is not. Especially since it's showing that there was something that could have been done earlier to sort this out.
Yeah. So actually the goal or the aim of every business is to make profit.
Profits, yeah.
And that is why, Narto members actually bought these trucks, tanker trucks in this case, to lift fuel from point A to B. And they are so important in the value chain that if Nigeria likes, we should produce 5 million barrels of crude oil per day and refine 2 million per day. If at the end of the day, the tanker drivers are not there to lift this product from the depots to the fuel stations, I'm telling you, it amounts to nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
So they are so important. But then, what are the issues that are calling for this impending strike? It has to do with high cost of operation.
Yeah.
From the story we read, we've seen that they already drew the attention of the NUPENG members, to the fact that there need to be a review of their operations. But it seems adequate attention was not given to that. So what happens right now if they decide to go on they decided strike. Except a miracle happens between now, which is morning,
which we are hoping will happen.
Yeah, we just hope a miracle happens. Except that happens, there's likely going to be strike action. And that will not all go well for most Nigerians at the moment.
That wouldn't go well for Nigerians. It's like it's going to affect us in a very, very great and massive way. Imagine the cost of transportation at the moment.
Yeah.
And then these people decide to go on strike. This means that transport, if we've not taken likely to become double of the price of what it is, and things just keep on increasing. I just hope that this strike will let it just be a threat. Let this whole thing be sorted out before the end of today. If not, them going on this strike is going to really shake the nation.
It will really, and we hope that does not happen. Just imagine right now, you go to the fuel stations, and I'm wondering what it's like right now for those who are viewing us. And I wish there's a kind of feedback mechanism for us to get live, feeds from the fuel stations. What is going on? Are they dispensing? Did the tanker driver supply to the fuel stations? Are they selling? At what cost are they selling? Would have loved to get such feedback from you. But then if you go there and you find out that there are queues,
very long queues,
it means that they are going to be selling at higher price.
Yes.
At the moment, Nigerians are buying between, let's say, 620 something naira to 700 naira, depending on your location. If we have fuel scarcity resulting from this strike action, it means the price, like I said,
there'll be a hike.
Will be over 1,000 naira.
Most certainly.
And then we'll be witnessing panic buying. But ask yourself, how many Nigerians have the financial power?
Exactly.
To even engage in
how
panic
many
buying at the moment?
Because except if there's somewhere that you're hiding money. And I don't even understand why you are even surviving and hiding money, because it's the situation really is very heartbreaking in the country at the moment. And even if these people are selling the fuel at as it
the
is
official rate,
at the official rate, you can just imagine the long queues. How many people are going to be able to even have access to the fuel at the moment?
True. And talking about the panic buying, let's say a car that you spend about 35,000 naira to fuel before now, because of this the deregulation and of course the removal of fuel subsidy, you can now spend maybe, let's say, 70,000 or 80,000,
if not up to 100,
if not up to 100 to fuel that same car. So ask yourself, where is even the resources to engage in panic buying? Just imagine, okay, you want to buy ahead so you have enough fuel to last you for some days before the issues will be resolved. Where is the resources?
Where's the resources?
It's not even there. So it is something that we are appealing to not just NATO members and NUPENG, but even the government.
Yeah.
The government can come in as a third party. The Ministry of Labour, the Ministry of Petroleum Resources can come in as a third party to see how this issue can be nipped in the bud. Because the last thing most Nigerians want to see right now is a strike action in the oil industry. It will break them down.
There are already so many things happening.
So much is happening already. It will break them down. So let's hope that, the government steps in, they go to the negotiating table, the NATO, the NUPENG, and everyone, then these issues are resolved. Because Nigerians cannot afford to face another fuel scarcity, having been made to buy this commodity at a very high cost, which has entirely changed the landscape of the Nigerian economy as we speak. So we hope something is done about that.
Yes, we do hope.
Did you know Nigeria gained independence on October 1st, 1960, but became a republic on October 1st, 1963, and later succumbed to military rule 3 years later after a bloody coup d'etat?
You're welcome back to the show. This is still the Morning Bugle on NCBN. So we will quickly go into our next story. It says EFCC orders task force to tackle illegal forex trading, naira abuse. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has established a task force to tackle illegal forex trading and naira abuse. The Commission is combating illegal forex trading against the backdrop of the continued depreciation of the naira against the dollar. According to data from the financial markets, the naira depreciated to 1,537 naira per US dollar on Friday from 1,498 as of Thursday.
Wow. We just seen a continuous fall of the naira.
Yes, it's like on a daily basis, it just keeps on
Is
falling.
it daily on hourly basis now, or maybe on per second basis, as it were?
Yeah.
And it's quite worrisome, really.
It is.
Yeah.
So-
But it's very easy for us to lament the continuous fall of the naira against the US dollars. All
Yeah.
right. It's very easy for us to do that, but we need to ask ourselves, what are the factors responsible for this? And that is where this story comes in. Apart from the fact that, okay, the CBN needs to sit up and, bring out more policies to tighten loose ends to strengthen the naira against the US dollar,
Yeah.
it's important that we look at this conversation from the angle of the traders themselves,
Yeah.
especially those in the informal sector, that
Yeah.
is the production operators in this case. We have a situation where, let's say here in Abuja, for instance, if you go to the Zone 4 area where you have a large number of production operators, these people keep hoarding the dollars.
Yeah.
And you ask yourself, why hoarding? In this case, it's a commodity. A commodity that is in high demand.
Yeah.
And the reasons are not far-fetched. It is because the more the hoarding, the more the scarcity of this product.
Exactly.
And so the higher
The higher the prices.
it will continue to go up.
Yeah.
So in this case, adding 1 plus 2, would you now blame this entirely on the CBN or the
CBN?
government? The answer is no. It means the activities of the hoarders, the production of operators,
It's
to a
also
very large
contributing.
extent has contributed to this continuous,
And the hike in prices is just something else.
really something else.
In December 2022, operatives of the Commission arrested 87 forex traders in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Lagos, and Kano. So this is not something that just started today.
Of course, it's not.
Findings revealed that the EFCC detectives ransacked the forex dealers' vaults for stashed dollars and naira. So you would ask yourself, why are they hoarding it?
Well, I think I already provided answers
Why?
to that. Because they want to make more profit. But where's the place of patriotism?
Exactly.
No doubt, every business person wants to make profit. But patriotism must be at the center of everything you do. You want to make profit, the naira is falling against the dollar, and you know fully well that part of the reason why the naira is falling against the dollar is because you are hoarding
You
this
are
dollar.
hoarding it, yes.
Why not make appreciable profit, at least something quite reasonable,
Yeah.
and then let's go
Let
up
it
this
be
dollars
available,
so that
exactly.
it can be available.
Wow.
And you also want to ask yourself, okay, these production operators, are they living in a different planet?
Exactly.
Because if
This
you and I,
is something that's affecting all of
if you and I cannot access dollars officially and make use of it, either for international transactions or whatever, where do these guys get their own dollars from? They are never in short supply.
They are never.
Matter of fact,
They always have
enough-
it in excess.
They have it in excess to even to hoard. So where do they get it from? It means the entire system needs to be checked.
Yeah.
The entire system needs to be checked. The EFCC, the CBN must forge a kind of collaboration to see that when dollars is released from the CBN to the commercial banks, even if there are sharp practices within the banking system in such a way that the big guys within the system, that is the production operators, are the only one who have access to the dollar in the commercial banks, it should be in such a way that once these dollars get to the operators, it is released to the public.
is released,
When you
yeah.
go there, how much is the dollar? This is the amount. Okay, let me have it. But continuous hoarding of the dollar, we continue to hoard to hurt our economy. We continue to cause scarcity,
Affecting the
and will
entire
affect
country.
the entire country as well.
Yeah, so the other reason why this task force was established is against naira abuse. So it says that in February, the anti-graft agency in February secured the conviction and sentencing of a certain Nigerian actress for 6 months imprisonment for spraying and stepping on naira notes. That's abuse of the naira notes. Reiterated its efforts to combat the crimes, the EFCC, in a notice posted on Saturday, and enjoined the public to report people engaging in illegal forex trading and naira mutilation.
I keep asking myself, where did Nigerians learn this culture of spraying money during parties.
Like what?
I don't know. I've not traveled so wide, but I doubt if it happens in other
a
parts of the
Nigerian
country.
thing.
It's a Nigerian culture. So we have to put an end to it here in Nigeria as well. I mean, it's not a global best practice. How can we? I've done that before, but I stopped. Maybe out of ignorance in years past.
Yeah.
But you can't catch me go to a party right now and I'm spraying the naira. I
Spraying
would
naira
never do that.
and stepping on it.
And stepping on it. I would never do that. So this actress, I think her name is Oluwa Dara Simi.
Simi.
Yeah, that's Simi for short. All right. She was convicted, and we need more of such convictions.
Yeah.
Because one has to serve as deterrent to the other.
Sure.
If we have more Nigerians being convicted for this, nobody will tell others to take shape. I mean, everyone will know that it is a crime to spray the naira. It is a crime to abuse the naira, and we see that reduced to the barest minimum. I mean, drastically.
Yeah. So that is that on this story. We will go on a short break, the Commerce Council, and then we'll be back for the rest of the show. Do stay tuned.
How to have better financial health in 2022. A new year is a good time to review our financial decisions. It's time to track our spending patterns, investments over the past year, and whether these decisions were in line with our overall financial objectives. The intention here is not to criticize or regret what is bygone, but rather to understand our own financial behavior. It can help us align our behavior to our life goals or to rethink some of our financial decisions. Here are steps to improve your financial health in 2022. Review your investments. It is critical that you review your portfolio periodically to assess the status of your assets, how these are maturing, and to keep an eye on your cash flow. With age, your investment portfolio will also change in keeping with your risk profile. For instance, you are more open to high-risk, high-return investments at a young age when you have few dependents. In contrast, you are likely to have more caution in your 40s, where you may have multiple liabilities and cannot afford to take high risks. Examine unnecessary expenses. One of the major focuses of a review is to understand our spending patterns. While we may aim to follow preset spending goals, most of us are often unaware of our actual buying habits. This is usually why our savings at the end of the month are sometimes lesser than expected. Fortunately, we have the means to check our actual spending in a more reliable manner. Automate your savings or investment. One of the safest ways to ensure sufficient cash flow for savings or investments is to automate them. It can be all the more useful for those who find themselves spending more than they should. The yearly review can help clarify your spending patterns and how much you should be investing monthly, quarterly, half-yearly, or annually in your portfolio. Channelize money in different investment avenues. How diverse is your portfolio? You must have a pretty good idea by now, thanks to the portfolio review. As you take a good look at your overall monetary status, this is a perfect opportunity to further expand it. But a portfolio redistribution must stay cognizant of current financial conditions and your own risk profile. 2022 also offers the chance to work towards investing in long-term investments like real estate or in further strengthening your retirement corpus by investing in retirement funds. The last 2 years have shown us the importance of savings and a nest egg that can help you through the tough times. An emergency fund is designed to provide us with financial fallback in case of an adverse event, such as a sudden loss of income. It can also include unplanned big expenses, such as major repairs to your car. Review your debt and rework your budget. A debt may seem like a heavy burden, but it is often a necessary part of our modern life. And in some cases, it may even be better than making heavy cash payments for every purchase. That said, it's always better to know your debts at the beginning of the year. Prioritize your debt as per the interest rates. It's always best to pay off high interest debts first. However, low or no interest debts can be paid as per schedule and may help you manage your finances in a more planned manner. Finally, Let 2022 be the year when you work towards improving your financial literacy. A strong financial health has a direct impact on our well-being. It can help us to meet our essential and non-essential needs, explore our potential to the full, and allow us to lead a life on our own terms. As we grow older, it allows us to take time off when needed, provide for our loved ones, and ensure good medical support.
Thank you so much once again for staying tuned to the Morning Bugle on NCBN. And we do hope you've learned a thing or two from today's Commerce Council. You know, money is not easy to come by. So we are always here to educate you on how to spend your money wisely. And also take very important and wise decisions when it comes to the economy and business. On that note, we've come to the end of Money Bugle for today. And I want to say thank you for being with us today. My name is Gabriel Ono.
And I am Dorothy Beninga. Thank you for staying with us on the show. Do join us again.